Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of the tutorial where we'll be talking about some of the tools in AutoCAD. So I have a sketch on the screen which we will be demonstrating, and in the course we'll be discussing the trim tool, the extend tool, the fillet, the chamfer, the array tool, and the offset tools. So I will be using a tool which is located here on the ribbon bar, which is what? The construction line. So the construction line is located here on the ribbon bar, and the shortcut for the construction line in XL. So when you press XL, if you're looking at your display window, it's asking you to either make it horizontal, vertical, angular, bisect, or offset. So when you press H now, it will give you a horizontal construction line. Construction line are drawn to infinity, so you can actually not see the end of the line. So it enables you to have a straight line which you can then offset and trim what you want. That's those ones part of the lines you don't need. So this is now a horizontal construction line. So if I want a vertical XL, then I press V for vertical. So this is it for a vertical construction line. So also for an angular also, if you want it to be in an angular from A, you see, you press, then you give it, specify the second point for the angle. So this is it, you can have it, and it's going to be very straight, and it's till infinity. So I would like to demonstrate this sketch we have. So I will want to start with the offset. So this is a command for the offset. This is it on the ribbon bar, and the shortcut command is O. So offset. So when you are offsetting, if you look at your display window, you can either offset through or you enter your value. So offsetting through simply means you want to specify a distance with your mouse cursor. So I want to offset through now is T. So you just move it and you offset through. Though you can be seeing the reading, but you're offsetting through without entering a particular figure. So, but if you want to enter a particular figure, let's say offset now, and it's asking you to specify distance or offset through. So let me put 10 meter now. So automatically it's offsetting 10 meters now. So let me offset O. Let me say 15 meters now. 15 meters. So now that brings us to the trimming tool now. This is the command. This is the trimming tool on the ribbon bar. So once you click on the trimming tool, just look at your display window, select objects or select all. So once you select this, select this, then you enter, then it will now tell you to select the line you want to trim. So look at it now, you see. So I trim. Also the shortcut for trimming is TR. Then you have to now enter twice. 1, 2. So you see, I'm trimming. So that is how you can use the trimming tool. So also the second tool there is the extend. So extend, let me say for instance, I'm offsetting through now, offset T. So I now want to extend these lines to join this one which I offset. Let me extend. So you want to, instead of you dragging now, instead of me dragging it, I want to extend. So when you come here now, you click on your extend, you see. So you select this, 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 enter, then you see, once you click on it, it comes. Also, another method you can use is the shortcut, which is EX, you enter twice. So it will also extend when you use. Let me trim this, enter twice. So you want to extend EX, enter twice. You see, it's extending. So that is how you can equally use the extend tool in AutoCAD. You see, once you are clicking on it, it will extend it. Instead of you dragging the line now, it's better you just extend the line. So also one of the tool also I will quickly use is the breaking tool. So the breaking tool now is, for instance, you want to break in the middle now. You want to separate the line here. You just say BR, you enter. So once you click on it, it breaks it. BR, enter. So you break, you see. So already I've broken this line now. So the next tool we'll be talking about is the fillet and the chamfer. So I will demonstrate the differences between the two now. For instance, for the chamfer now, I have two lines which I want to join at a right angle. So instead of me using the fillet, I will use the chamfer. That's if you want to join two lines at right angle. Let me say, for instance, I have a line, this line like this. So I now want to join this line and this line. So instead of extending also, you can decide to chamfer. For instance, now let's say this line is around this place. So you want to join this line and this line. So this is chamfer now. So I can click on chamfer. You see, it's giving me at right angle, that is at 90 degree. But for fillet, if you want, for instance, you want to join a line or you want to join two lines, but you have a radius, you want it curve. So that is when you use the fillet. So when you choose the fillet, if you look at your display window, it's asking you for radius, trim, multiple, polyline, undo. So you simply enter R, and it's asking you for your radius. Let's say, for instance, I want to join this line now. Let me take it up. I want to join this line, but I want to have a radius to it, not at right angle. So the fillet is also F. The shortcut for it is F. So F, you can see. So radius now, I'll enter my radius. So I have, let me use the radius of 400. And I can simply click on here and here. So as you can see, the radius is here. 400 radius, you see, 400. So that is how you can use your fillet and your chamfer tool. So as I said, I'm going to demonstrate what I have on the screen, which is this. So I'm going to demonstrate that. So right now I'm going to offset through, so that I'll just use an eye gauge. Okay, I'm offsetting through. So I want to join this place and this place. I can simply use my chamfer. CHA is the shortcut for chamfer. So I join it, as you can see. So you can have your offset also. I'm offsetting through. So I pick and I put it here. Okay, so you see they are not joined. What do I have to do? I can use my chamfer or extend chamfer, chamfer, as you can see. So let me quickly offset through so that I can have the distance like this. I also offset through to have a distance like this. Okay, so let me use my extension line EX vertical this way. Then I'll also offset the extension line this way. There are many ways you can actually achieve it, but this is just a procedure I'm just following. You can achieve it in any way. You can decide to start from any part of the sketch. So now I trim TR, enter twice, you trim here. So I trim there, I trim here, I trim here, I trim here. So I can simply delete these ones. Also, I will trim here, enter twice. Can decide to use that on the ribbon bar or you use the shortcut, whichever one you want. So now you see already they are joined, but I want to give it a radius. So now I'll use a fillet here, which is this. The shortcut is F. So I'll enter the radius R. Now I'm giving it, let me say, I'm giving it 500. The radius 500. This is it. As you can see, 500 is small. Let me add to the radius. Let me say 1200 now. Let's R 1200. This is it. You see, it's giving it a radius. So, but if you want to give it multiple, you see now I have to go to radius again. So instead of going twice, you can actually click on that of multiple. It means you're going to have multiple of it, and it will not ask you to after clicking once to go again. You see now I click on multiple, so I can do many at the same time instead of giving me one option. So as you can see, I'm achieving this, which I have on the screen. So the next tool we'll be talking about is the array tool. As you can see, this is the array tool. This is the array tool. You see, you have a rectangular array, part array. That is, you want to have a part and which you want to array an object along that path. This is a polar array in a circular form, also a rectangle from the word rectangle, that is in the rectangular form. So let's say we have a circle, a small circle. The shortcut for circle we already discussed is C. So that is for a center point circle. That is a circle with one center. You can enter up the radius, which is this. Okay, let me just use a particular radius. Let me use a 200 as the radius. Okay, this is it. So I want to array this now in a rectangular form. All you need to do is, and the shortcut for array is AR. AR is array. So you select the object. Also, always look at your display menu. Select the object. Now I select the object. So it's telling you enter the array now. You see, it's even giving you your display window. Are you going through the rectangular, the part, or the polar? So the rectangular, I go for rectangular R. You see, so it has arrayed it in a rectangular form. It has arrayed this in a rectangular form. So, and if you look at the ribbon bar up, if you look at the ribbon bar up, you always see that there's a column, a row, and also the space in between the row and column. So you can either add or reduce the numbers of columns, and also you can use your mouse cursor to remove and add. So that is for a rectangular array. So if we are talking about a rectangular array, this is how it can be done. Also for the other type of array, which is the part array. For instance, you will have a circle also. So I want to array through a part. Let me use a spline or a polyline. Let me use a polyline PL, which we've discussed before. So this is a polyline. I'm using a polyline. So I want to array through this part. All you need to do is to select your array, your object, AR. This is it. So it's asking you which type. The part array now, PA. So what is it telling me? Select the curve. You're selecting the curve. You see, it has given you an array to a part. Also, there's a way you can remove or subtract to the number, which is here on your ribbon bar. So the last part of the array is the polar array, and the word polar cycle to along a circular path. Okay, you select an object, AR array. You can simply choose direct polar array. So what is it saying? Specify angle of rotation, you see. So once you specify the axis of rotation, it tends to give you in the polar form. You can equally rotate them in any angle you want. So this is how to use the array tool. With this, we have come to the end of this episode of the tutorial. Make sure you like and you subscribe to our video and stay tuned to our next videos. Thank you.